Yeah, welcome to Paul and Barbie's Backyard Garden. Today is September the 9th, 2024. It's a hot, humid, muggy day in Northwest Florida. In our area, Zone 9 in Northwest Florida, we plant our potatoes in February. Well, this year we had some leftover potatoes in the pantry, some red Norlands from that spring harvest, and they have sprouted. They've chitted quite nicely. So I figured, you know what? Let's see if we can grow some this fall. I've seen some other gardeners do it, and we've got some nice seed potatoes here. So we're gonna see if we can't grow them in some 5-gallon buckets. Thought I'd bring y'all along for the planting. All right, stay tuned, and I'll show you how we mix up our container mix. Okay, this is what we use for our container mix. I'm gonna use 3 equal parts, 1 bag of potting mix, 1 bag of black cow, which is our cow manure, and then some peat moss. I'll add in a little bit of bone meal, and then put some all-purpose plant food, some fertilizer in there, which is a 555 organic, and it'll break down over time. And let me get this mixed up, and we'll get our buckets filled. Just kind of eyeball the peat moss. Get this mixed up real good. And these really big chunks, you just gotta get your hands dirty. Still good. Just add our potting mix now. You want to fill your buckets up. Put about 4 inches of soil in there that you just mixed up. Don't worry about the holes in the bottom of the bucket. I forgot to show you that. If you've never grown anything in containers, for starters, you want to use a food grade bucket. And a little tip, Lowe's or Home Depot, their food grade buckets, I think they're running now, I think they were about between $8 and $9 last time I looked. You'll go to Tractor Supply, at least you can in Northwest Florida, and sometimes you can find these on sale for $4. They run about $5 a bucket. The only difference is the Lowe's, they're just plain white with no logo. These have Tractor Supply on them, but I assure you that your vegetables could care less if you're advertising for Tractor Supply. Anyway, you want to see those holes I've got drilled in there? I just kind of do a pattern, either 5 or 6 holes with about a 1/2 inch to a 3/8 inch drill bit. You just want to have good drainage, so that way when these collect water, you know, water's going to drain all the way through. 4 inches in there. What we want to do next is here's a scientific measurement for bone meal. Good handful. I do a little handful and just kind of scratch it around, mix it up a little bit in there. Kind of evenly space your potatoes. I kind of wedge them in the soil there. Put more soil on top of these. We're going to add about 6 inches of soil on top of this. That will give us a total of about 10 inches of soil. It doesn't have to be exact, you just kind of eyeball. I've done it enough, I just kind of know where to stop. But if you're unsure, get you a tape measure out and a Sharpie and make your marks. Put about 1 cup of, about 3/4 of a cup of plant food on top there. Just kind of mix it in with the first few inches of soil mix. We're going to put some more bone meal. Scientific measurement there. And we're going to flood our bucket. One really good time, water down. We'll let that soak in really good. And that is it. And we're gonna get that in the grow rack and let it start growing. And hopefully about 65, 75 days, we'll have some potatoes. All right, let me get these other 2 buckets and then I'll show you what they look like in the grow rack. All right, we got our potatoes planted. They're off and growing. If everything goes well, they should break the surface. The vegetation should break the surface in about 2 weeks or so. And then once the vegetation gets up past the bucket a couple of inches, we'll backfill with some more of the soil that we mixed up to basically hill them up to prevent sunlight from reaching the growing potatoes. Expecting anything. This didn't cost us anything, a little bit of soil, but we can reuse the soil, so really it's kind of a win-win. If you enjoyed the video, you can watch these 2 videos on how we grow potatoes as well. Everyone have a blessed day.